Back with Coach Fell this week. Spartans are 4-0. The big news as of late is the computer ratings coming out last night, second in the region. Talk a little about your reaction to that.
Well, we can follow the computers from day one. There's a website that has that, and so we've kind of known where we've been sitting all along. But there's a number of undefeated teams in our region, and it's a pretty solid region. So we have some real talent in there. To be second, that's a good feeling. But there's a number of teams that are pretty good.
Let's go back to last week's game in Fremont. Another sort of one-sided win for you guys. Well, what worked for you guys?
I tell you, we came out and just kind of exploded on them. It was second play of the game, we threw a touchdown pass, got an onside kick, and then threw another touchdown pass. So it was 14-0 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and we hadn't played any defense. So they were kind of shell-shocked, and then we continued to throw the ball over the top of them, and it was wide open. And so by the end of the first quarter, we're up 27-0, and the game was pretty much over.
Talk a little bit about Darius Gordon. I think the end of last season, people wondered who's going to be the quarterback. And here's this kid, and he threw for 400-plus yards last week. What makes him so special for you?
Well, he was injured a little bit there after the first week, and his arm got back to full strength last week in practice, you could tell. And even before the game, he was throwing the ball very well. So we knew that, his arm strength was back, and he can sling it, and there's no doubt that. And when you have a couple 6'4" targets out there, and Marquise Graham, to go along with it, there's some guys that catch the ball downfield. So that's kind of what we were doing last week.
Let's look ahead to Friday up in Toledo and St. Francis. What are they looking like, and what do you guys need to do to get another win here?
Well, I think Toledo St. Francis has the best running back in the state of Ohio. Lamar Carswell, the young man ran for 400 yards against us last year and a 97-yard kickoff return. And he's put up close to 250 yards on every team he's played so far this year. And our theme all week is stop Carswell. And they ask us if you ask me what we got to do, we got to stop Carswell. And if you ask us what we got to do on offense, I'll tell you we got to stop Carswell. So that's the bottom line.
Playing in the Glass Bowl there, is that a big deal for kids to play in that kind of venue?
I'm not real sure. This will be my first time up in the Glass Bowl, so I'm excited about it. And we played a lot of nice stadiums. Everybody's got turf that way, but it's a college stadium, so I'm excited to go see it, and I'm sure the young men are also.